Alright guys, I'm back with another video. I'm doing another video and with the other video that I'm just now uploading because it's been forever since I've done one. I think the last time I done one was either a couple months ago or either last year. I believe last time it was last year. But, you know, like I said in the last video, I just miss how it used to be. I miss when Christmas meant something back when Cartoon Network would always do Christmas specials, and I just wish that they would bring it back. I mean, it'd be nice if you guys could just, email them, call them, get in contact with somebody who works there that you can actually talk to on the phone and just talk to them and explain. I mean, you would think by now they would see the things that Nickelodeon's doing, trying to help the 90s kids, because Nickelodeon, they got the Splat now, and they're supposed to come out also with the Hey Arnold movie, and in September, they're coming out with the Legend of the Hidden Temple movie, and next year they're coming out with the Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie next year, and they're supposed to be doing a 90s Nicktoons movie. They're trying to do everything they can to help us 90s fans, and they're trying to make us happy and cater to us because, they see how much we miss it. They actually open their eyes and they're understanding, they're seeing, and they're trying to get back to their old roots. Where Cartoon Network, they won't do that. They won't open their eyes and see, I mean, they're seeing their competitor Nickelodeon. They see that they're doing the Splat, and they're seeing all the stuff they're doing for 90s kids, and all that Cartoon Network has done is basically reboot the Powerpuff Girls, and it's awful. I can tell you the truth right now. It's awful. I don't like it. It's too much like, the animation's too much in between Clarence and Uncle Grandpa. Well, basically, any of the animation they have on there right now, like Uncle Grandpa and Clarence and Steven Universe, it's in between those cartoons animation. And it's awful. I mean, really, I can be really honest with you. The channels that we have Nicktoons, we have Teen Nick, Nick Jr., Disney Junior, Disney. Then we have another Disney channel, it's Disney West or whatever. And then we have Cartoon Network West, and then Nickelodeon West, and then Disney XD. The only channels that ever get watched in this house is Teen Nick, primarily for the Splat, and then Nicktoons because they play a lot of the older shows like Back to the Barnyard and Jimmy Neutron and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. And then, of course, Nick Jr. sometimes. Because it's actually half decent. But, I mean, that's about it. Cartoon Network in this house never gets watched. Ever. That's how bad Cartoon Network is. And I just wish that they would get back to their roots. I wish they would open their eyes like Nickelodeon. I wish that they would do Christmas specials again. It's sad. I wish they would get back to who they used to be. I hope that they will open their eyes and they will see that their competitor is doing a lot better than they are, but I doubt it. Because they're not even trying. The only thing they done was a reboot of Powerpuff Girls, and I think that it's enough. And it's not. We would like to see them bring back Cartoon Fridays. We'd like to see them bring back the the news era for the all-day holiday Christmas special like they had in 2009, We would like to see Cartoon Network City come back, or the Powerhouse era. Definitely the Powerhouse era. A lot of memories with that growing up. I've said time and time again, it's just sad and it breaks my heart to flip the channels and see Cartoon Network the way it is. I mean, they don't have very many shows that they play anymore. Used to back in the day, I mean, I'm not positive on a number, but I would say they probably had over 100 programming on their schedule. And they would mix it up and show different things. They wouldn't show the same thing. I mean, every once in a while they had a marathon, but that was like a treat for us growing up. but they wouldn't show like Jetsons back to back to back, and then Flintstones back to back to back, and then the Snorks back to back to back. You know, they would mix it up. They would play Johnny Bravo, and then they might play the Snorks, and then they might play Johnny Quest, and then they might play the Powerpuff Girls, and then they may play Snagglepuss, and then they might play Cow and Chicken. You know, they always mix it as a surprise every day with the programming. And I just wish they were that way again. You know, I mean, I guarantee they probably had over hundreds of programming. I know on Wikipedia with their it has their past programming, and it's a huge long list of past programming from back in the day. So I'd say they probably had over 100 different programming back then. I wish that they would go back to the way they used to be. I mean, Boomerang, we got, they let us have a little bit of a free trial of Boomerang a couple weekends ago, and I watched it. It's okay. They don't have very much. They play basically what's on, Cartoon Network, except at night they do play Flintstones like back in the day, and they played the old Tom and Jerry, the classic Tom and Jerry, and they play Courage. And that's about it. You know, Boomerang, they don't have very much programming to even begin with. They took everything out, wiped out, and I think they have like 5 or 6 shows at the most, maybe 10. They need, I don't know what else to say, but they need help. It's sad. Excuse me for a minute. But yeah, they're falling downhill badly, and I think it would take for everyone who is watching Cartoon Network or watches Cartoon Network right now, all of them to stop watching Cartoon Network and to keep their channel on Nickelodeon. If you have Teen Nick and you're able to watch Spot, keep it on the Spot all the time, every day. Keep it on a Nickelodeon channel, period. So they can lose viewership and not get any views, so that way they can open their eyes and see, wow, Nickelodeon's bringing back the 90s stuff. Let's do that. Let's get in on this. Let's do it, 100 times better than them, We need to get them to do that. And it's going to take everybody to stop watching it, or someone they know to stop watching it and stand up and, say, we don't want this. We're going to stop watching until you change the programming. Because when they lose viewership and all those shows decline, they're going to see that a change needs to be made. And it's going to take for everyone to get the word out to say, stop watching Cartoon Network until they make a change. Let's see, I'm trying to think of everything else that I want to cover. It's been so long. And I've just, like I said about Nicktoons, Toon Disney, back when it used to be around, before they changed it to Jetix to Disney XD. My brother, my half-brother, when he used to come down and visit during the summer, I remember so many good memories of watching that with him and my younger brother. We'd watch, Pepper Ann and Disney's Doug, and we'd watch Teacher's Pet, and we would watch, Goof Troop and Tailspin and Darkwing Duck and DuckTales, to name a few, And sometimes late at night we would stay up past midnight just to watch the Garfield and Friends show that used to come on there, the original Garfield and Friends show. So many good memories, and I just miss it. Disney was a classic. It is a classic and always been everyone's hearts, and I just wish that Disney would open their eyes and bring it back, because, like I said, Disney XD and Disney Period don't get watched in this house. I don't like Disney XD. It's the programming. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's nothing like Toon Disney. I don't like none of the program. Most of the programming on Disney XD is actually aimed towards teenage boys or little boys or boys fisting to be in their teenhood. And you know, I like Toon Disney better because it aimed at both boys and girls, whether it was little girls and little boys or teenage boys and girls or girls and boys that's fixing to be in their teenhood. You know, it aimed toward everyone. It was programming that everyone could watch. Moms, dads, brothers, sisters, whether you were in your 20s or 30s, you know, you could watch. Whether you were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, you were in your teens, 14, 15, 16 years old, you could still watch. It was aimed towards everyone, kind of like how Cartoon Network used to be back in the day. It was aimed towards everyone. You know, and also back at Nickelodeon, you know, a couple years ago, not too long ago, it was 2013, they tried to aim towards the internet era age of YouTube and stuff like that, and they started making these shows off of YouTube showing viral videos and stuff, trying to get in the YouTube age and put it on Nickelodeon. Well, that didn't work out and it failed. Now it's been, let's see, it's already been like 3 or 4 years since they done that, and now they're trying to do sports. They're coming out with all these sports related shows. They're trying to aim towards sports and kids that's in sports or like sports, kind of like they done with the internet thing back in 2013. And I think that's gonna fail horribly like the internet thing did. You know, they need to do something. I mean, the Kids' Choice Award is awful. They need to get rid of it. It used to be good when it first came out, back when Nickelodeon was down at Universal Orlando, at Nickelodeon Studios down there. That's back when it was still good. You know, back when Amanda Bynes was on there, when she was a little girl, and the cast of all that would be on there, and Kenan and Kel, you know, all of them would be on. You know, that's back when it used to be good. Back when all of them were part of the Big Help at Nickelodeon. You know, that's back when it was good and decent. It's got awful reviews. I think they need to take it off. And now they're trying the same thing with the Nickelodeon Kids Sports Awards. Nickelodeon Kids Choice Sports Awards. It's awful too, just as bad. And they need to do something. It's not good. I don't know why they're doing a sports thing for. Because actually nowadays, not very many few kids either do sports or like sports. They're more or less on the internet and on YouTube, because a lot of kids nowadays like YouTubers. Like myself, I like YouTubers and are part of fandoms of certain YouTubers, and that's what they're into. They're not really into sports. This is more of the age of the internet and YouTubers. That's what a lot of kids or teenage girls are, you know, liking. You know, there was an age for years throughout the 90s and 2013 and 14 and this past year with the thing with the boy bands. You know, a lot of teenage girls and girls were into the boy bands and stuff like that, you know, from the 90s all the way up to like 2013, 14, 15, you know. They were into the boy band thing. You know, now, from the 90s to about 2012, 2013, it was the boy band thing. And that's what a lot of girls were into. Were the boy bands. Now it's YouTubers. That's what a lot of girls are into. And they're part of these fandoms like of Tyler Oakland and Shane Dawson and stuff. They're part of their fandom and stuff. Or Miranda Sings or Markiplier. And they're part of their fandom. I'm part of the Mythical Beast fandom, Rhett and Link. I'm a fangirl of theirs. I mean, that's just basically what teenage girls and teenage boys are into, is YouTube and YouTubers. You know, that's what they like. They fanboy and fangirl over them. You know, the age of boy bands is out. You know, the age of being goo goo gaga over a certain singer or boy band or girl band, whatever, is over with. It's more directed, pointed towards YouTube and YouTubers. That's what all the rage is, you know, now, and has been for the last couple of years now. And it will be for a long time. As long as YouTubers and YouTube and VidCon is around, it's always going to be that way for the next 20 years, 30 years from now. But like I said, you know, a lot has changed, and I hope Cartoon Network will get their head on straight and open their eyes and see how good Nickelodeon's trying to do. You know, and I just miss seeing Cartoon Fridays and staying up late to watch it again, because sometimes they would play it over, and then after it went off, they would play Toonheads and the Flintstones. And I miss it. You know, I mean, that's all I really have to say, and I will come back with another video. I don't know when. Because I did have a laptop, but my brother took it and took the hard drive out, so I'm having to use the webcam on the main house computer, and I don't get to use it all the time because people are in and out of the house and stuff. So I don't know when I'll be back with the next video. I hope it's soon, because I just had to get a lot off my chest. You know, I'm trying to think what else I can cover. I mean, I really wanted to cover more about Cartoon Network. I hope they do something. You know, I'm hoping here coming up soon, or this October is like 30th anniversary. I hope they do something special or change something. Because it's been since 2010. Because that's the last time the Newts era was 2009, 2010 was the Newts era. That was the last era we had. Because they changed over to the Check It era. And then, I think a year or 2 years later, it was still the same thing, they just changed the name. It was Check It 2.0. It's basically the same thing that it was, you know, a couple years ago. And I just wish they'd change it. I wish it would be something different than the Check It era. You know, I wish they came up with something cool that's kind of like in between the mix of the checkered era from the 90s and the Powerhouse era and the City era and the News era are like kind of mixed together. Something cool and awesome with all those in mind mixed together. It would be cool. I want to see a new era. I'm sick of seeing the same era for the last, 4 or 5 years. You know, I just hope they do something. Because I hate seeing them where they are now. It's just, they're kind of like a shell of their older self, you know. They're just not who they used to be. But thank y'all for listening, and I'm going to upload this video. I hope I didn't ramble too long. I just have a lot on my mind and need to get it off my chest. Bye.